John Cena and the LGBTQ community, the truth behind his support. John Cena is one of the most recognizable figures on the planet. Wrestling superstar, blockbuster actor, meme factory, you name it. But when it comes to public stances, Cena rarely jumps into loud political conversations or culture wars. That's exactly why today's question is interesting. Is John Cena an LGBTQ ally? This isn't about speculation. This is about what is done, what is said, and how he behaves when the cameras aren't asking for a headline. In 2016, Cena participated in the We Are America PSA, a campaign focused entirely on unity and inclusion. Now, most celebrity PSAs talk around sensitive topics, or try to phrase things gently to avoid backlash. Cena didn't do that. He directly acknowledged LGBTQ Americans as part of the fabric of the country. Not as a footnote, not as an optional group, he framed them as part of what defines America. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't exaggerated. It was simple, direct, and clear. And this matters because Cena doesn't make grand statements often. When he chooses to speak, it's intentional. Outside that PSA, he's given short but strong comments in interviews. He emphasizes respect, equal treatment, and basic human dignity. He doesn't build an entire brand around allyship, but he also doesn't act neutral when the topic comes up. He's clear about where he stands. To understand Cena's support, you have to consider the environment he worked in. WWE hasn't always been progressive. For years, LGBTQ representation in wrestling relied on stereotypes, offensive humor, or shock value. Many performers played into outdated jokes that wouldn't survive in today's world. But Cena didn't follow that pattern. He didn't make LGBTQ people the punchline of a promo. He didn't use homophobic insults to get heat. In a locker room where edgy was normal, Cena avoided quick laughs at the expense of marginalized groups. And when LGBTQ wrestlers publicly came out, whether during their WWE career or afterward, Cena openly supported them. Not in a forced or rehearsed way. Just straightforward acceptance. While others stayed quiet, he didn't. That contrast matters in an industry where silence was once the norm. A lot of celebrities attach themselves to causes for branding. Pride Month hits, they change their logo, post a hashtag, and move on. Cena's approach is the opposite. He's shown support consistently but quietly. He's posted about Pride Month without using it as a look at me moment. He boosts inclusive campaigns, often without tagging sponsors or turning it into a spotlight event. This low-key consistency says more than a big, polished speech would. Cena isn't trying to market himself as anything. He's just operating with basic respect in public and private spaces. Now, here's where expectations need to be realistic. Is John Cena an outspoken activist? No. He hasn't partnered heavily with LGBTQ rights organizations. He doesn't headline major pride events. He doesn't use his platform to address legislative issues or ongoing political conflicts surrounding LGBTQ rights. Some people see that as a limitation. And it is. Cena is not trying to become a leader of the movement. But that doesn't erase the fact that when it comes to everyday behavior, how he speaks, how he treats people, and what he chooses to amplify, his actions line up with allyship. He's supportive without trying to be the face of anything. He quietly contributes to a more respectful environment instead of chasing activist status. Not every ally looks the same. Some are vocal. Some volunteer. Some donate. And some choose a quieter path, showing support through consistent behavior rather than public declarations. Cena belongs to the last group. And that's important because he appeals to a massive audience that includes people who might not follow LGBTQ news or activism. When someone with Cena's influence treats LGBTQ people normally and respectfully, it normalizes acceptance for fans who might not think about it at all. That ripple effect matters. So, is John Cena an LGBTQ ally? Based on the available evidence, yes. He supports equality. He avoids harmful rhetoric. He publicly shows acceptance, even when he doesn't have to. He acts with respect in an industry where that hasn't always been common. He's not an activist, but his consistent behavior points in one direction: inclusion.